All right, hello. Welcome to Heal in Ascend Tarot. So I hope everyone is doing well. Today is going to be a daily love reading, but it's going to be what your Divine Masculine isn't telling you. So this is a highly requested reading. So for those of you who are on a spiritual journey or with dealing with the Divine Masculine, we're going to take a look at that. I just wanted to also say this. I've known a lot about this book for a long time, and I felt like I had read it before, but I realized I didn't, and I picked it up the other day at this local spiritual shop in my area, and so good. So for anyone who's on this spiritual journey, just in general, like, you don't even have to have a spiritual connection, really. Usually, like, these types of connections are just a catalyst to your growth, whether you end up with that person or not. It's just a catalyst for your own spiritual growth, because that's the whole reason why we're here. But anyways, yeah, The Seed of the Soul, Gary Zukav. Highly recommend this book for those of you who like to read. Most of you have probably already heard of this book. I've had it in my head for so long, and I think I kept confusing it with I think one of Michael Singer's books for a while. But anyways, so really good book. Highly recommend it for those who like to read. Okay, but let's get into the reading. So before we begin, if you guys are interested in booking a personal reading, all of my information is down below in the description box, as well as guided meditations and online courses. Okay. All right, just getting my decks ready here, guys. So what your Divine Masculine isn't telling you. Okay, so let's take a look. For those who have been asking about the messages card, it's going to be delayed a little bit longer. I did have a couple emails come in. Some of you I've had a chance to respond to. If I haven't responded to you and you're hearing this message today, I apologize for that. I will be sending out an email when those are available. The problem has been that my supplier has been kind of MIA lately, and I don't know if I want to switch over to someone else, so I'm just kind of trying to get an idea of what I want to do with that. But once I have more information, I will let you guys know when those are available. Okay, because I know you guys are really excited. I get so many emails about those twin flame messages cards. Okay, so let's take a look and see what your Divine Masculine isn't telling you. Okay, we have Metamorphosis. Oh, lots of changes going on for the Divine Masculine. We have Metamorphosis, we have Reinvention. Okay, and we have the Victim card. Alright, so right off the bat, especially with the Metamorphosis and the Reinvention card, what your Divine Masculine isn't telling you is that they really are in this process of change right now. They're going through a lot of changes. This could be that Spirit or the Divine is sort of propelling them to change, but this could also be that they've decided to make some changes on their own. Just going to break that up a little bit. Let's see. Okay. So they are trying to do things differently. For some of them, it could be that they're changing things in their physical environment. It could also be that they're just making some personal changes, you know, changing what they believe in, their values, you know, who they are as an individual, maybe bad habits, whatever it may be. So they are making a lot of changes. There's a lot of growth. However, there is still something that is keeping them stuck. Okay, so with this Victim card, this is something that they still feel powerless to. There's something in their life that they still feel powerless to. So let's take a look and see. So it's like, regardless of all these changes that they're making, they still feel like something has power over them. Okay, so let's see. Why is Victim here, Spirit? Okay, the Ten of Swords in reverse. This is exactly, so for those of you who are familiar with tarot, the Ten of Swords in reverse is actually a card of being in a victim mentality. So it can mean a couple different things, and I've noticed that some of the some of you guys in the comments will kind of tell me what the cards mean. That's fine. I mean, everyone has an interpretation. So me as a reader, I have my own interpretation. So when I read, I intuitively pick up, right? So I'll read the card, but I also will intuitively get what I'm feeling. And sometimes I'll pull a card and I'll have a different meaning. I'll feel something different than the card is saying. So keep that in mind. But this card, the Ten of Swords in reverse, can mean someone coming out of a painful ending, but it could also mean someone who's stuck in their pain. So someone who's in a victim mentality, someone who has been hurt but is not really doing anything to change it. Okay, so there is some sort of painful experience that the Divine Masculine has had that they have not yet released. Okay, so it's going to be different for every one of you. This could be like a past relationship that was just brutal, a past relationship that was extremely painful that they never overcame. They never had the power to overcome, and they still haven't, and they're still stuck in that victim energy, giving someone or something this power over them. Okay, so to me it looks like whatever they're feeling powerless to is some sort of past betrayal. I don't know if it's related to you guys. Some of you, maybe it's a past betrayal related to the Divine Feminine. Okay, so let's see what your Divine Masculine isn't telling you. 7 of Wands in reverse. And the 3 of Cups. Okay, for those of you who are dealing with a Divine Masculine where there's a third party situation, yeah, I'm literally seeing the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So for those of you who are dealing with a Divine Masculine where there is a third party situation, they are really having an internal conflict about this situation, okay? They're really struggling internally when it comes to that connection, or just when it comes to like the whole third party dilemma, really, okay? So there is an internal struggle. Okay, so let's see. Some of them might be trying to release the third party with the 3 of Cups coming through in reverse, but there's something preventing them from releasing it. Okay, for some of you, the third party is not a person. The third party could actually just be like a job, or it could be that they live on the other side of the world and they would have to move to be closer, whatever it may be. Okay, let's take a look. So what your Divine Masculine isn't telling you right now. They're stuck in some sort of cycle. Yeah, indecision. Okay, wow, we keep seeing broken heart. The bottom of the deck keeps being like a broken heart because we have the 3 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the broken heart at the bottom of the deck. So what they're also not telling you is that they're still heartbroken. They're still dealing with grief and loss, okay? But what we have here is adjacent possibilities and indecision. So what your Divine Masculine is not telling you is that they have a lot of choices that they need to make right now. I feel like there's a lot that it's kind of like when they look to their future, there's a lot of things that they need to choose. There's a lot of things that they need to decide in different areas of their lives, and they're very indecisive. I feel like they're very afraid of making the wrong decision, or making a decision and then looking back and thinking, oh, why did I do that? So they're almost in like analysis paralysis, if you guys have heard of that, where you just get stuck doing nothing because you're so afraid of making the wrong decision. Let's clarify. Why is indecision here? Okay, some of them are trying to figure out if they should communicate with you if they haven't already. So for those of you who are not already in communication with your Divine Masculine, the indecision is like, should I reach out? Should I communicate with the feminine? I think this is also about forward movement. Some of them are indecisive about travel as well. I'm also seeing 8-8 here. So I do feel like there's some sort of cycles that they're closing out. Yeah, wow, the 2 of Pentacles. They're very back and forth. They're very back and forth. So they're not consistent in any decision. I feel like one day they want to go this way, the next day they choose a different route. They're very indecisive right now, guys. Very, very, very indecisive, very back and forth. For a lot of you, it might have to do with communication. Okay, let's grab a mixed emotion. Alright, Spirit, so how is the Divine Masculine feeling in regards to the feminine? How is Divine Masculine currently feeling? Okay, so beautiful. So we do have the card of loving, devoted, affectionate, and tender. So they are feeling very loving towards the Divine Feminine right now. For those of you who are curious about that, they do feel a loving energy towards you. And I did see the compassionate card fall out as well. Okay, so their messages. What are their messages for you? All I want to do is talk to you. Yeah, so see that there? Okay, makes sense, right? Because I feel like a lot of their indecision, I was just saying here, is like, should I communicate? Specifically for those of you who are not communicating. So if you already are communicating, then it's like they probably want to talk to you more. They want to communicate more than you already have been. But if you haven't been communicating, they're going around and around in their head, figuring out if they should communicate with you. All right, and they do. So all they want to do is talk to you. Okay, I never expected to feel this way about you. I'm so tired of sabotaging this connection. You mean the world to me, and I'm sorry for lying to you. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this here. I'm sorry for lying to you. So for those who are watching this here at their Divine Masculine, why is this here? I'm sorry for lying to you. Yeah, some of them, ooh, I don't like the King of Swords in reverse. I do not like this card. Okay, the reason why I don't like this card is because to me the King of Swords reversed represents someone who can be very narcissistic. Now I'm not saying that this is someone who is, but someone who can act that way, okay? And this is definitely someone who can be deceptive, or someone who can lie for their own personal gain. So I do feel like this person could have done some pretty shady things. So they did lie to you. They could have acted in terms that they could have acted very selfishly as well, not considering your feelings. Okay, we have the Six of Swords here as well. Okay. Some of them might have lied to you by telling you that they wanted to move on from you. They might have distanced themselves and acted very cold and detached towards you, but this was really a lie. This was kind of a front. This was their way of protecting themselves. So instead of just being honest with you about how they felt, or expressing that maybe they were hurt by something, they just decided to go extremely cold, possibly give you the impression that they don't care about you at all, and keep a distance from you. Okay? So this is what they haven't told you. I feel like if you did have a conversation with them, they might be ready to express some of those things, because like I said, I feel like they're trying to figure out if they should communicate with you. Okay, let's grab one more here from this deck. So last message here. So what the Divine Masculine isn't telling the Divine Feminine. Okay, so fortuity. So this is a card of luck. Okay, so I feel like right now, the other message that the Divine Masculine wants you to know is like, they are trying to get their ducks in a row right now, okay? They're trying to get their financial situation together. They're trying to get their career together, their money together. They want to feel like they have more abundance in their life, okay? So I also just heard, I don't know why, this could just be a small message for someone, but I think someone's wanting to buy a house. Or buy another house or something, I hear. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the connection, but I just heard that, so it could just be a small message for someone else. But I'm just hearing here that your Divine Masculine, what they're not telling you is that they're really focused on just financial gains right now. They're really focused on the physical world, the material world, and getting all of that stuff aligned. Okay? They are making a lot of changes, guys. Like I said, the first few cards were the Metamorphosis and the Reinvention, so they are making changes, but there is still something that's keeping them in that victim energy. Okay, let's actually pull two cards to see their future action towards the feminine, then we'll close out. If you guys want to book something personal, though, my information's down below. Okay, and we take a look at future action specifically. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords, which is the victim card, really. So will there be any action towards the feminine? Yeah, I don't see much action, guys. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse again. So this is coming out twice, which is indicating that they have a strong internal conflict going on within themselves. The Death card in reverse. There's something... I don't see them taking action. The reason why I say that is because they are very powerless right now. They are... they're dealing with a lot of self-limiting beliefs. There's something that's keeping them very much stuck. And with the Death card in reverse, there's an energy where they still need to end something. Like, they need to close something out with the Death. They haven't let go of something that they're needing to let go of. So it's preventing them from taking any action towards you. And for some of you, this could be a third party, because I do have the Three of Cups that was clarified with the Seven of Wands in reverse. And remember, I was saying that they could have an internal conflict about releasing a third party, and that could be what's preventing them from moving towards you, is that they're in this sort of like powerless energy, because in order to move towards you, they would have to let go of something, but they haven't let go of it yet. Okay, so I don't see a whole lot of action. For some of you, though, if you're already communicating with your Divine Masculine, this could be different energy. But this is mainly for those of you who are not communicating with your Divine Masculine. If you are, though, I'll give you the scenario if you are. So if you are dealing with your divine masculine right now, I don't see them taking any huge leaps to move the connection forward. So whatever state your connection is in is going to be what it stays in. I don't see it progressing to like a next level quite yet, at least over the next few weeks. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. So if you want to book something personal, like I said, the information's down below, as well as I offer a twin flame course, a self-love course, and guided meditations, all right? But I'm sending you absolute love and light, and I wish you all the best on your journeys. Take care.